This is Brian, and welcome back to Final Fantasy X. Gonna go back and try Dark Bahamut again. I did catch up, and I caught up all the progress that I had lost from losing that fight. It should be about the same. Might be a couple of differences, like I think I might have 2 more Fortune Spheres because I did fight Earth Eater again 5 times, but this time I think I got Fortune Sphere drops on all of them. And I mean, I did go ahead and just finish Titus's Sphere Grid. The only ones he had left otherwise were these 2 nodes here. So he has all of those now. And yeah, him and Orin are both maxed out. Except for the luck, of course. And they have all the skills and abilities. What else am I going to do to make sure this doesn't happen? Well, I'm going to be careful with triggering Impulse if I can. It seemed like he was doing that as more of a counterattack. Not every time, but after a certain number of hits, maybe. So if I have his overdrive built up, we can just avoid that maybe that way. Or I can use Yuna to summon and use them as a shield against his overdrive. That's the plan anyway. But we'll see if we can get it done this time. Also with this guy, I think I've mentioned it before, but I have Stoneproof on all 3 of my guys here. I'm pretty sure Impulse also can inflict you with that if you don't have protection against it. Whereas the other stuff, yeah, I mean, we can pretty easily take care of that and heal it. But not the Stoneproof. Of course, the Ribbon would take care of even more of those. Okay, well, I think first off again, let's just go ahead and get auto life on everybody. I don't know if I'm going to use Titus's overdrive here. Doesn't seem to be as effective since he's not doing that much damage, except for the final hit. Waka's, I think, still does enough to make it worthwhile. Yeah, he's gonna get a turn next. But this might be the counter, so he might get another turn right away after this. Yeah, okay. I think let's go ahead and heal everybody so we can survive another impulse. I don't know where I was scrolling to with that. Okay, let's start counting the hits here then. Pretty sure this just counts as 1. 2. 3. But he's also built up for an overdrive. So I think let's just hold off and let him get his turn in here. Because I think the impulse will probably trigger after 5 hits. And we should be fine after this, so we'll come back with the auto life. And I think instead of curing Walker right away here, I better get auto life on somebody just in case he does a move that takes out all 3 of us. Nice counterattack. I don't think that should count towards the total there. I'm gonna kind of be overly cautious with all this here. Okay, now we'll go back to attacking. So this should be number 4. And then number 5 here, which will probably trigger the impulse. And he'll get his next turn right away, but that should just be a single attack. I think. Okay, yep. That's fine. One, 2, that would have taken him out anyway, I guess, so I'm okay with that, not having healed him. Okay, I think I'll just let Titus do his own stuff, because he's not doing as much damage. So there's 3, 4, 5. I think another hit's going to trigger impulse, and it'll also be enough to get his overdrive gauge filled up. So I'm going to wait until he gets his turn here before I do anything else. Okay, his overdrive gauge is filled up now. think we survive an impulse. Even Titus, I think. Let's go ahead and just get this hit in here and trigger that. And if we don't survive it, now we got the auto life on anyway. Oh, man. Titus was pretty close. I didn't see exactly what the damage was there, but it was 6,000 something. And he's going to be doing Mega Flare here right away. But we're set for that. Yeah, so I know this is probably a little slower than it needs to be, but I think we're still on pace to be doing okay here against him. And to take him out overall. Now, how many turns do I get before he gets to go again? Just the 3. But his next attack should just be a regular physical attack, I think. So I'll let Orin and Walker get hits on him here. Two. Three. And he's going down a little bit. So we're getting closer. 4. Next one's an impulse. I'll just defend here, I think, and let him get his turn in. I haven't done the attack reels here in a while. I've had it built up. I probably should have. Dang it. Well, didn't go off right anyway. And this should trigger an impulse. I don't have auto life on everybody, but we should all survive it anyway. And I do have auto life on Orin, just in case. Yeah, as long as this isn't going to fill up his overdrive, I don't care. I think I'm safe on one more hit here without filling it up. Okay. He is the one with the auto life, but I did have auto Phoenix anyway. Now I just need to get auto life on. Before he does the next Mega Flare. Oh, think I've done any attacks since his last impulse. Wait, no, I did a couple, I think, right? Yeah, wasn't really counting on it here. But I think at most I've done 2. So I can afford to get that one in there. This one I'll just go ahead and defend and let him do his Mega Flare. Just in case I was at 4 hits, I don't want to trigger Impulse. And of course, I mean, you could use the route where you go with the break HP limit. Then you could have enough HP to survive that. I'm gonna need to use an elixir or something on Titus to get his MP built back up. Let's go ahead and just get a hit here. It might trigger off Impulse. Okay, it didn't. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I can use an elixir. Okay, is this gonna be Impulse? Okay. I can get back on count now. Walker's probably going down. Yeah, but we have Auto Phoenix. Okay, here's one. Make sure I get auto life on at least one person. Here's 2. Three. 4. The next hit will trigger Impulse, but he's also pretty close to getting his overdrive filled. I think I'm gonna purposely just spend some time setting up stuff here and let him get his next turn in before I do anything. Because his next turn will probably fill his overdrive gauge up. Alright, just defend, Titus. I don't want Titus to hit. So I guess let's just use auto life again. Yeah, and actually his next turn with the Mega Flare is coming pretty close. So I think I'll... Well, actually... I should be able to survive the impulse. I'll take a little bit of a chance here. Because, I mean, we might be getting pretty close to the point where we almost got him here anyway, so maybe this will finish him off. Not quite yet. Well, we all still have auto life, so the Mega Flare's fine. It's just Titus's damage isn't as good, so I'm just going to skip his turn and let Orin get one hit in here before Mega Flare takes us down. Okay, so that was one for the next impulse. There's two. And here comes his hit. Good, it's on Titus. I didn't have auto life on him yet. That's kind of the reason why I was holding off, hoping that gamble would pay off there. Okay, here's 3, 4. Now we better heal up before I trigger that next impulse. Plus he'll get a regular turn in here next. Okay, good counterattack. I better use his turn to heal Waka. And then let Waka get the hit in. And it's the overkill. And I figured, yeah, I wanted to make sure I had auto life on a couple of people just in case he did some final counter. I didn't remember if he did or not. But I certainly wasn't going to take that chance after such a long fight. But there we go. Dark Bahamut, let's see what kind of drop we're going to get from him. Super goalie. What's it going to have? Is it going to be a ribbon weapon? Or armor, I mean? Break HP limit and auto protect. Not terrible. What is his HP at, I wonder? 19,000. Okay. Yeah, we would have a ways to go in filling in empty nodes with HP to really make that start to pay. But, I mean, if I add Auto Phoenix and Auto Haste to that, or add Ribbon and Auto Haste even, wouldn't be too bad. And yeah, if you didn't pick up the Suncrest. Now would be the next time to get that if you hadn't picked it up before. I thought it like warped you when you went down the stairs there. Maybe just not anymore. Because I thought it like teleported you over here. Maybe if I go back, will that change? Like, I thought the empty chest from the Suncrest would still be here. Maybe after you get it, that's not available? I don't know. Either way, I did get it. Back when we first beat Unalesca here. So yeah, Unalesca, one of the harder regular game bosses. And then Dark Bahamut, one of the harder Dark Aeons, are both in the same spot here. Well, I say one of the harder Dark Aeons, but hardest so far, I suppose, at least. We'll probably have more trouble against some of the later ones. Let's go back to the arena.
We're counting them. Yeah! Here we go!
I think I still have Lulu equipped with the no encounters. Okay, so what's left? Got a farm, Earth Eater for more fortune spheres for Riku and Kamari. Actually, I can go ahead and figure out how many I'm gonna need here for them. Where are they at for luck? 18 and 22. So a combined 40. And I'm gonna need to get it up to about 200. 206 probably is what they're gonna combine for. If it falls in line with everybody else so far. 206 or 208 maybe, but so 160 roughly, which means 80 of the fortune spheres. And I have 17, 15. Okay, so I need 63, or, well, a little more than that. And if we get 2 per fight, then I still need about 32 battles. Unless I'm mistaking it somewhere there in my calculations. That seems like a lot. Wait. No, I think I was getting that wrong. I need 200. I need 160, but that's dividing by 4 per node that I unlock roughly. So I need to unlock 40 nodes. And there are a few of them that aren't quite 4s. So I only need about 40 fortune spheres. So 23 more, 24 let's say. And that means it's only 12 fights. Yeah, that's a lot better. I'll probably just go for like 14, get a couple extra. So I think what we'll do the rest of the time here is probably just see how many of the Earth Eaters I can get done. And then next time I think we'll start out and I'll see if I can go ahead and take out Shinryu. That'll be the next boss that I face. Because we're certainly in the territory now, we'll probably try to start just doing one boss per time until we start exhausting them. Then I'll just finish out. Well, actually, let me count how many are left. I have 2 left in the arena. And okay, I think I only have 6 left. It'll probably take me more than that many to get the sphere grid done for Riku and Kamari. Especially if the boss fights are all going to take as long as Dark Bahamut did. Because that won't give me enough time to get their sphere grid stuff done. If I only got like a half hour each time to work on it. Now, I do have an overdrive built up. I'll at least take care of Finryu next time. And after that, if it takes too long, the next session after that might be a full one of just Sphere Grid stuff. Before we go for the next Dark Aeon. We'll just see how things are going. I got quite a few hits on him, so this is probably a little more than I need, but it would still take several more hits to get him without the attack reels. Yeah, at this rate, I think I might be able to get these guys just about taken care of here today, as far as Earth Eater goes. They only take about 2 to 3 minutes apiece, as long as things go right. Yeah, well, that's part of not going right. Okay, another one down. Yeah, we'll let him knock it through. We'll let her knock him over that time. Yeah, I guess another thing about that fight with Dark Bahamut, you can see that, well, like in this fight's one of them too, where it doesn't do as much. But yeah, for some of these guys, even with maxed out stats for Waka, that attack isn't quite as overpowered as it used to be. Because their defense is getting high enough to the point that it doesn't do max damage with every hit. But certainly 12 hits for 20,000 is still better than just one hit for 100,000. I just wasn't always paying attention to my overdrive in that fight as much, I guess, because I was more worried about counting down for the impulse and just making sure I had auto life on everybody at the right times and that we weren't triggering anything sooner than I wanted it to. So even though I'm very familiar with this game, a lot of these super bosses only fought them a handful of times, so I'm not like an expert on them or anything. As well, I do enjoy the grind and stuff like this. I'd also, a lot of times, get to this point and be working on this stuff and then either get distracted with a different game or just get kind of bored of it and quit. And then by the time I wanted to come back to it, I'd feel like just starting a new game instead of picking up where I left off. That's one good thing about recording these games and putting them online, for me at least, is it gives me motivation to actually go through and complete all of these games again and not give up closer to the end or something or move on to something else. Because I don't know. I've seen that on other channels that I watch sometimes where people would start a playthrough of something and not go through with it. It always kind of irritated me. Because I'm like, well, you weren't going to stick to it, just don't even start it because I want to watch the whole thing through. Like, I get it though, for some of them it's because, well, they're doing it as their job, and if the numbers aren't there for a game, well, they're trying to move on to something that will get more people interested in watching it. And if I ever got to that point, maybe I'd feel different about it. But for now, I'm doing it as a hobby, and I'm not getting paid, so I'll just put the content out that I want to put out and hope that everybody enjoys it. Or that I find the people that are going to enjoy it. Or they find me, however you want to look at it. I'm not really keeping track of where I'm at exactly as far as the number of spheres I've collected, so after another fight or two here, I'll stop and take a look and see where we're at. Should take care of this guy. Yep. And I think from what I've seen, we've been getting all Fortune Sphere drops and no dark matters, so that helps. Yeah. Oh well, we got the 6 hits at least, since I missed the first one. There we go. Probably just try to finish him out with regular hits. Because I've gotten a few in to hopefully make up for that 6 instead of 12. Yeah, there we go. And I still have an overdrive built up to start out the next one. Let's go ahead and sell off some stuff. Make sure I don't sell that super goalie. Or that Excalibur. Alright, so there's 150k Space Force. And 150k High Wind. Yeah. Well over 5 million. And where are we at for fortune? 29. I said I need to get it up to like 40, and I think 45 sounds like a fair goal to make sure I have a few extra, maybe. So that would just be 8 more fights here, as long as I get the drops. So maybe not enough to get it all done today. But I should have enough time for around half or like 4 or 5 of those fights here, I think. When he hits Wonka with the flare, that doesn't help as far as my speed goes. Yeah. That's better. Almost messed that one up, but I got it. Ooh, preemptive. When most of, well, pretty much all of his attacks are counterattacks, though. Doesn't really matter too much, does it? Kind of feel like healing Wonka, but then again, I was kind of hoping maybe the next one would just hit him. Yeah, well. He should still be able to hit it hard enough to take this guy out here as long as I don't mess it up. Like that. Dang it. Yeah, that didn't go down in damage at all, so there's that. Let's just try to see how many regular hits will finish him, though, instead of doing the overdrive. Although, I think this is the scenario where I get into trouble, because we might not get the overkill if Waka's not doing as much damage, so yeah, I better heal him up. There we go. Okay, got that one. You gonna retaliate against one of the comrades to build it up again? Okay, well, that's about as fast as one of those can go, at least for me. And I know somebody out there probably has a faster way of farming them, but I don't see how you'd get it much faster. You got time for maybe 2 more fights yet today? We'll see how they go. Might sneak in another one. Come on, not the Waka. Take care of this guy. You suppose this Monster Arena guy is able to just keep breeding these things as much as I keep taking them out? Or is it like a machine where he can just make them appear out of nowhere, like they're saved in the system? Yeah, that went pretty well. I'll get another one in here yet today. One more Earth Eater. Here we come. It'll be nice when it'll be the last one overall, but we're pretty close to that. And then we just got some Don Tonberry goodness. And Fafnir farming. Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead and get rid of these weapons and armor. And let's restock Phoenix Downs. I'm probably, yeah, actually lower than I thought I'd be, but they do go rather quickly when you're using so many of them per fight here. Okay, and where are we at? Up to 41. Well, that went pretty quickly, actually. I'll probably just do like 3 fights, I think, next time against him to finish that out. But yeah, I still plan on go ahead and giving Shinryu a shot first. So that'll be where we pick up next time. Shinryu fight. And depending on how it goes, maybe a couple attempts. And then we'll go ahead and do like 3 more Earth Eater fights. And yeah, then we'll start working on Amari and Riku's sphere grids. Anyway, thanks for watching. And if you've been enjoying the content so far, please like, comment, and subscribe or follow. And we'll catch you next time.